I said you need to be an optimist like your mom. You don't need to be a pessimist like your dad.
Well, that's my bus.
Yeah.
And that's the tow truck that brought it here. So, this is not a great day. We're planning to leave tomorrow to take Davis to Cincinnati from home here just outside of Asheville, North Carolina. And our bus quit 1.5 miles from home while Tim was going to the grocery store. What we wound up doing was renting a truck and borrowing my brother's trailer. Davis is loading my chair for me. And we were so fortunate that all of this has come together for us to take Davis to his appointments in Cincinnati. We're at the Diesel Power Place in Candler, North Carolina, where our bus is sitting to be worked on, where it got towed the other night. So we're here getting our wheelchairs unloaded off the bus. The boys' wheelchairs were stuck on the bus, so they're getting those unloaded and loading them up onto the borrowed trailer, rented truck combo, and we'll be able to take off from here to Cincinnati very soon. What'd you say, son?
Look, I found something.
What?
Simba.
Oh my gosh. You would be the one to notice that.
Simba.
Well, we're finally on the way.
On the way.
We are. You like driving this nice truck?
I do. I
pretty
think
cool.
I'll steal it. No, it's very nice. I wish our bus was fixed to take it.
So would you rather be driving this nice white truck that's rented, or would you rather be driving our full of character little bus?
I like our full of character little bus.
I'm with you. I mean, I'm really glad to have this. Please,
Yes,
nobody
I'm very
misunderstand that.
Very grateful to be driving a brand new truck to Cincinnati and not having to worry about the issues of breaking down and things like that. But it's a truck, and we like our bus, and that's all there is to it. We just like to drive on our bus.
Very true.
It's fun. Y'all have more room to do stuff a little bit in the bus. Move around, shake your legs out if you get tired, that kind of stuff. Don't have that quite as much in here, but I'm very grateful that we do have it, and thank you to everybody who helped us. Thank you to Jason, my brother, for getting us the trailer to be able to take our wheelchairs with us, and just all the glory goes to God. He put it all together, and I just can't thank him enough.
I'm so glad that we were able to pull together, taking Davis to Cincinnati to be screened for this medical study, this medicine trial. We cannot even describe how grateful that we are for everybody that has helped us get this far. And we've been praying for the chance for this for a long time, so we know that God will make another way for Davis to be able to try this medicine, if this doesn't work out, but we're definitely cautiously optimistic that this will work out. We've been wanting to help other people understand better what a family like ours goes through, and it's not necessarily so people will feel any kind of way about us, but more so that people will understand and it seems like so many people don't understand. They don't have any idea what that's like, and it doesn't make us special. It just means that we just have to plan things differently. Our money gets used differently. The money that we have is different to start with. Just a lot. There are a lot of challenges and differences, and we just want to highlight some of those, for the good, for the bad. We want other people to be able to see more of what our day is like, because I think that other people maybe have this idea of what it is that we do with our time, what it is that we choose to focus on, and they don't really understand those types of things. So we just want to bring more awareness, definitely in the sense that it will help build community. It will help other people to see that there is a reason why we want people to understand us better. It's just a good thing. Davis, did you know that we brought you to Indiana while you were asleep?
No.
This hotel in Indiana was actually just as close and at least $50 cheaper than just the Hampton Inn on our route. So we decided to try it out. I've gotten so many phone calls and texts and messages, and all the love and support and prayer that we have experienced from our family and friends has been such a giant blessing. We can't even begin to describe how wonderful that you all have made us feel supported. Like we feel like that people genuinely care about helping us to help our boy eat. And I really don't have words for that. So what I do have words for is to talk a little bit about how Davis's appointment went today. When we got there, we met with the lady that I'd been corresponding with over email at Cincinnati Children's, and she was so sweet. Davis was, as usual, the little comedian and had everybody there in stitches. And yeah, he definitely made everybody there smile. As far as the study being accepted or not being accepted, the criteria that he has to meet, he will basically meet very quickly. I could, if anybody has any specific questions about those details, you can let me know. But as far as the health criteria, whenever she was speaking up to us about that, these are definitely benchmarks that he meets. These things are happening in his life, the things that they were interested in knowing for the study. How his EOE is acting is what they're looking for the study. He has to show compliance by filling out a diary each day. And whenever I say diary, you might think of like a journal, but it's actually a phone. And you're supposed to fill it out each day at 5. It opens at 5, and then it alarms every hour louder and louder. until 11.
59.
Yeah, and she said you have until 11:59 p.m. to fill it out. He has to have almost every day. There are specifics, but almost every day. Of course, we're going to be shooting for every day, and as long as he is compliant with the diary, and then he has the symptoms that they're looking to study in the study, which he does, and then the other thing that they'll be looking at, that whenever he goes in for this endoscopy, is that he does have over 15 eosinophils per high-powered field, and he's only a couple of times ever been under that in his life, and they were years ago, so that shouldn't be a concern either. So it looks like from their end, it looks like the study's a go. They already gave us the phone to start recording things. They already gave Davis a little prepaid card where he'll get his little paycheck from the study. A doctor from the program from Cincinnati Children's, he was a really nice guy, and he was in and out, asked Davis a few questions, and that was it. How many tubes of blood did they take? We couldn't believe it. Do you remember the number?
I think it was 12.
No. It was 14. What did you tell the nurse? Do you remember? He said, you gotta leave some blood for me. He is so tired.
14.
Yeah, 14.
Wow.
14 vials of blood, for different tests. She said that is the most blood work that they'll be doing. There's a part A, a part B, and a part C of the study, if I'm understanding this correctly, which,
That's how I understood it as well.
Okay, and it's all still really new. And it looks like Davis will be enrolled into part A. If not, then he could possibly be like the first patient into part B. And the only difference, or like the first few patients, and the only difference is something like the frequency with which you get the actual medicine and the placebo. There was, because he could get a placebo. In the extension part of the study, everybody gets the active ingredient medicine, the dupilumab. So, that's obviously the goal that everybody wants to get to. He'll have, I believe it's 3 endoscopies over the course of the study, and we'll be up here around 11 times in the next 6 months, if I understood right. So how many people did she say that were going to be in this study around?
485 humans.
Oh my gosh, so that's actually a pretty small number comparatively whenever you think about all the people who have EOE all over the world.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll need to be back up here in Cincinnati from North Carolina. I know she said in 2 or 3 weeks, something like that. I imagine that we'll be looking into October for that, so that'll be good. Is there anything else you can think to add?
No. I am tired.
We're all tired, right?
Yeah, I can completely understand that. We're all pretty tired. If you have any specific questions, or even just any general ones, if there's anything that you want answered, just leave it in the comments below. We'll look at those and see what we can put together for everybody. We just want to thank everybody again for all of the goodness that you've shown to our family. God really had us, our family, in the palm of his hand, and he knew what was going to happen for this trip, before it ever came about at all. So he made it happen, and we're so thrilled that he did. Hopefully it'll have Davis on the road to being able to enjoy food.
Amen. I hope so too.
So with that, we will see everybody in the next one. See y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, we just got a phone call. We weren't expecting, at least we weren't expecting the news we were given. The diesel garage needs over $1,500 plus the money for the tow bill for our bus to be fixed. It has a cracked front main seal I don't know. I'm not a mechanics person. So, we're just going to pray that God figures that out. I'm sure he has it figured out, but it would be really cool if God works all of that out, and we know he will. And we're just going to pray about it and give it to God, because that's all we can do. And finish our trip home.